Man, what is up, everybody? And shouts out to everybody that has made it, you dig? I gotta give a lot of love and good energy to everybody, man, that came out, you know what I'm saying, to the cookout. Uh, it was dope. It was good interacting with people that we've only seen virtually, you know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely learned a lot of hard, hot ass lessons. At that joint. Shout out to G Baby. Shouts out to Jay the Fool. Who else partook of the actual hot pepper, the Carolina Reaper,
Um, Quick.
and Quick, of course, the Heat God in the house. You heard me. Um, so yeah, it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope, except for the mosquitoes. It was,
Yeah, the
I later
mosquitoes were
I la-
disrespectful.
I later found out that I got my ass lit up from the back. Pause.
That's how they like it.
Man, little sneaky hoes, yeah. Hey, look, quick fact for all you ignorant people out there that ain't never heard this before, but yes, all mosquitoes that bite are women. Okay, they're trying to get a blood
Yeah,
meal
they're trying to. Yep.
to keep their babies from being aborted. All right. So yeah. How the mosquitoes been treating you out there?
Surprisingly, the mosquitoes aren't bothering me. It's the damn gnats. I have been jumped like 3 times today, and I'm done with the damn gnats.
But now gnats don't really do anything. They just
No,
really seek out
they're just
moisture.
irritating.
Have you
It's
swallowed one yet?
today, yeah, I did. I
How
did
did it
spend one
taste? Did you
today.
eat it?
I didn't know it went there. I was like, get off it. So I was like, why? It's so little you don't taste anything, but still.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, other than that, how's your week been thus far?
My week has been a week. Um, it has been a ridiculous week. So for the past few weeks, my sister had a baby last Wednesday. And so that's a newborn in the house. And because the other beds in the house, including the one that she slept on, is too low for her because she had a cesarean,
Hmm.
she's in my bed. Hmm. I'm sharing my bed with a new baby and my sister. It's quite interesting. And for the fact that I'm a mom, every noise wakes me up because I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've had no sleep really, but it's been really cool to have another baby in the house that I didn't birth.
Well, it is cool. It is definitely cool. Um, Men do go through baby fever too.
Yeah, y'all do.
Are you in that mode right now? The eggs are
No,
hollering to
do
you.
you
The
know
eggs are
before
hollering.
before because I was at the hospital with her, so I went with her. I was there for a few days with her. Went to work, came back, and went home, got the house situated with the kids, and came back. So that whole process, I've never been on the outside of the bed, so I've never been the baby daddy. But I was the quote unquote baby daddy, and it was interesting. It's a lot of things that I never saw because I was the one in labor. It was really interesting, and so I had been thinking about that, and I had been thinking like, oh, I think I want another baby, but that process made me realize I don't want another baby.
I I think, and shout outs to my mind. Um, what's up, quick? Hey, listen. So shout outs to my
Mm.
mind working right. This big ass dome that I own. Shout outs to my mind working because for real, women should hire baby daddies.
Hire baby daddy to
They
do
call
what?
them doulas, and they're usually female, but they should hire men so that they can squeeze our hands and almost break them, and and you can design your baby father. We'll have multitudes of
You
different
should start that
aspects.
business. You should start
Yeah,
that
I
and,
think that we
and
should.
work with doulas. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, we should work with doulas to get that. Hey, Nick. And then also we should be doppelganger. So we should really truly remind the woman of the baby father so that we could be their stress ball. Shout outs. What's up, Miss Shine?
Um,
Um,
you
I
would be
think that
a labor support person.
No, I would be a squeeze
Hey,
ball.
Miss Free, I'm telling you, that's what that you could cook. Oh my God. You just want
They
somebody
could take out.
squeezing
Yeah, they would have to definitely have a decent workout regimen or be able to take a punch because I think that some of those things happen unless it's cesarean. I've seen the labor
But see,
pains in
before
person.
you, because she went through the whole labor, she got to 8 centimeters and couldn't dilate anymore, and his heart
Gotcha.
rate kept fluctuating, so they had to do the C-section.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So, yeah. But I think that's a cool idea. I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think that women should be able to rent a baby daddy slash doula. You know what I mean? To
Labor
coach you through
support
it mentally.
person.
A labor support. You know what? That's the technical term, but I gotta do it for the hood. You heard me. I gotta do it for the goddamn hood, man. So yeah, if you want a rent a baby daddy that can mimic your he could be a doppelganger.
Oh my gosh.
And he can hang out by the side of the bed. He'll wear fake testicles so that you can grab him and squeeze him. Because I know that's the first thing that
We
y'all
do
want to go
not
to.
grab for testicles.
Oh no! So what you're telling me is that mid contraction,
You're
you're
not
not
grab. No,
thinking
you
about
like clenching and trying not to
boo boo.
scream.
You're trying not to doo doo because I've seen
No,
that happen.
yeah, that can't happen. We try not to boo boo or vomit or depending on what part of the labor you are in. You really just not even thinking about unless you're sitting right there. We don't even really think about squeezing your hand. Well, I've done that 5 times. I never squeezed nobody's
So let me ask you this:
hand.
if you could compare it to like
Yes, one time.
the worst diarrhea you've ever had, what is it like having a baby? On a
It's
scale of
not diarrhea. It's constipation. It's
oh
constipation. It's like
oh
you can't get it out. And so, for those who've never had a baby, and for the men, um, you have to push from your butt. That's the muscle you have to use.
not the
Because
rectum.
yeah, listen, because it's a thin line between your vagina and your rectum. And so that muscle there, the floor right there, you have to use to push the baby out. So they tell you to push like you're pooping. Yeah.
That's
So that's
also
why
how they,
that's why women poop.
that's also how they taught your man what's that light skinned nigga I hate so much.
Who? Oh, um, oh shit. Oh, the music.
See, you
Look,
he's irrelevant.
right.
I don't even remember his
I tell you,
name.
the singer, right? Why can't I think of his name?
Ho 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 ho. John Legend, bitch
John
ass.
Legend. Yes, I
Yeah,
don't know why I
that's
couldn't
how
think of
they
his
taught
name.
him how to push his voice out through
Oh
his
my
ass.
God. You know
That's what it
what?
sounds like. The boy is working in reverse. He's like a fly. You know, flies every time they land, they throw up their stomachs.
Yeah.
Hey, look, so I was listening to a comic, right? My week has been like crazy, of course, like everybody else's. We are in the drought right now with this forced recession because people were flourishing with Trump. Shout outs to Trump. Um, and people were making way too much money. So of course we have a forced
Yeah.
recession, everybody. So don't take it to heart and don't let it get above your head. Keep your head above that water, you heard me? But so I heard a comedian and what the hell he was talking about. Yeah, I just forgot that quick. Yeah, oh my God, brain fart, y'all. I'm so old. Shout outs to being old. I forgot my whole point. I got off subject. I
Oh my
actually
gosh.
duped myself, everybody. So
You were
I will
talking
remember
about
it
your
later.
week and how the recession and Trump and then what else?
Yeah, I'm too far gone. I'm down the
Okay.
rabbit hole. I'm
Okay.
thinking too much, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So you had a snippet from shout outs to the Breakfast Club too. Angela Yee, Charlemagne and all them up there, DJ Envy. They had Neo on the show.
Yes, our beautiful bald-headed brother, Neo.
Yeah, that part. Okay, whatever.
Don't get jealous. Don't
No, because have you ever seen Without a Hat?
yeah, he's bald-headed.
No. Have you seen Without a Hat?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, yes, he's
I've
bald headed.
seen him.
Okay,
I've seen him. What else?
it's alien like,
Yeah,
correct?
I
It's
know.
not okay.
It
Shout
is.
outs
It
to
is.
you lying all the goddamn time.
Oh my
Shout
God,
outs to
he's
you. Shout out to you always trying to heal and shit for
Ain't
people
nobody
who
trying to heal. Shut up.
that boy look like he been slammed between two freezers.
You know, it's funny you said that because I had to. He do look a little smashed. He
It
does.
is.
But he,
It is.
this bald part of his head is beautifully bald. Good shot. Anyway, he couldn't get it fixed. They wouldn't put him under that surgery. You know, money don't fix everything. Anywho, on the Breakfast Club, they were talking about his new album he's been working on since 2018. I forgot the name of the album, but he also has a new single out called "Don't Love Me," and the single was based off a letter he wrote his wife. They were going through a lot of issues and talking about divorce and everything. And so the clip that I want to discuss and the topic I want to pull from that clip, I want to say after you play the clip.
All right. So I have it booted up, and everybody, I hope you like it.
And they'll try to explain it away like that.
I mean, I'll say.
Mo, Mo, you're muted.
Oh no.
Yes. Try again, baby. Try again.
Something you don't say
It
the right
is.
way, you know what I'm saying? So
Sorry,
I'll write
everybody.
it down. So wrote her this letter. That's where the song actually came from. And yeah, I was basically telling her that you might be better off just leaving me alone because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to be who it is you need me to be.
So you were really lying to her face?
I mean,
Goodness
yeah.
gracious, yeah.
He says it in the song. That's why it's an
yeah,
open letter. That's why I'm asking.
I wrote the song and put it out. I can't deny it now. Yeah. These things happen. Yeah.
So if
they
she
definitely
caught
did.
you, like, how would she catch you? And then what would your explanation be?
Well, I'm the kind of person where if you done caught me, ain't no explanation. It's like, all right, well, you caught me, and it is what it is at this point. Now we got to figure out where we're going from here.
You know, some guys feel like if I lie to you, that means I love you because it'll hurt you more. So, and they'll try to explain it away like that.
I mean, I'll say this: I don't think I'm the only person on the face of the planet that's ever lied trying to protect somebody from the ugly truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a thing that happens. I personally, and this is just me, you know, before this makes a damn headline somewhere, I personally am a person that is not angry at living in a blissful bubble of ignorance.
Listen.
The truth is rarely pretty, and in this world, in this life, you have to choose your happy. So I choose to believe the truth that makes me happy, as opposed to searching for the ugly truth that's gonna mess up my happy.
Ignorance
Like
is
I
bliss.
All right. So
So my question, ladies and gentlemen, is do you prefer the ugly truth or a beautiful lie? And that can be on anything, relationships, somebody just coming to you in honesty, just anything. Would you prefer the truth or a lie?
well, let's get into it. When I first heard it, I had to really sit back and think to myself. I already have that man's opinion. I have to unpack his opinion, right? And I have to come from his place of thinking before my own, right? Because he's placed that seed into my my head, right? So I'm sitting around and I'm thinking to myself, do I want to know? I've been through catching and being, things being made known without even me asking. Okay. If it is everything, how can I put this? If there's one thing that I learned from that, is that my ignorance was bliss. And that I'm thinking in my head everything's good, right? My gut feeling told me something different,
Right.
but I wanted to believe the simulation that I was living in, the virtual reality of everything. if I had millions of dollars like him, I probably would feel the same goddamn way. But in all honesty, hell nah. Hell nah.
Oh, so you gotta have the money to feel that way.
Only because of I
The
can
consequence
keep
of
it
separation.
moving. I could keep it moving. I could really honestly keep it moving. Um, I think a lot of the people that have oodles and oodles of money, right? Shout outs to the old school oodles. Um, but when you have that, you're the winner. Like you're part of the 3 and the 1 percentile. I think that affects the viewpoints of a lot of people. That's why a lot of millionaires are swingers, open relationships, multitudes of wives and women and lovers. I think that's the only thing that would possibly motivate me for not even worrying about stuff like that. Like, okay, I can build another one or I can do whatever. So Facebook user we have truth hurts, but tell me the truth. I'd rather know how you feel so I know how to deal with you.
Hmm.
So listen, so listen. This is key right here. This is something different too. Um what that Facebook user said, why and how do you deal with a free spirit? Would you want to be dealt with? Like,
What?
uh-huh. I'm
Okay,
listening.
so I
Uh-huh.
understand why, because I would want to know. I would honestly want to know because I've been in this situation before. So I'd rather know so that I can choose. Tell me so I can make a choice. Allow me, afford me the option of a choice. When you don't tell a person, you take their choice away.
Okay.
Or if you're not honest, you take their choice away. Why not just be honest? Say if something is going on, listen. Yeah, and you really can't come to everybody and say that you have a problem or you want to do this, you want to do that. Just like you said, people have free spirits.
Mhm.
But with me, I'd rather you come to me. Just come to me and say, X, Y, Z, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. It doesn't mean I'm not going to question, like, what the fuck didn't I do? Or is it me? But I'd rather know because then I can see if I want to stay or I can see if we can make it work or what, it's not fair to leave people in the dark when they can choose to stay and be aware.
Mm, very much so. I, that's very interesting. So everybody knows, like, okay, so once you ask for the truth, right? And most women, I got to be honest with you. Most relationships I've been in, most women that I deal with, um, in work, in anything, right? The first thing that I've seen is that they always say tell the truth, right? This is even in the workforce, okay? They say that, and then when it happens, it's considered to be confrontational. It's considered to be, no, this is not what the fuck I wanted.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Like,
mean it doesn't hurt. It hurts. Truth hurts. It fucking
okay,
hurts. Like
okay.
it's gut wrenching sometimes.
Mhm,
But if you're at a place where you can take it, I'd rather feel the pain now than to
mhm,
find out later and it's double pain.
mm,
I'd rather do that.
okay.
And and us women, we really we say we want the truth, but a lot of times we're not ready for the truth. But
Mm,
it took me a long time to get to where I am now, where I can just say, just fucking tell me. Just tell me.
mm.
I understand not wanting to know because
Okay.
being blissful and ignorant to certain things is great. And then it's like you're snatched from that imaginary world of perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I understand not wanting to know, but I also really want to know. I'd rather know.
Okay. So because of a copyright infringement, we possibly could play another snippet of it because he goes into details about um and maybe he said it. I don't remember him actually saying it. In that clip right there that I played, but maybe he
No, I
did.
don't think he did in that clip. He didn't. I don't
Okay.
think he went into detail.
Okay, so it was the following clip after that caught my attention of his thought process. So his thing is, I get sex on a regular basis. She's still happy, taking care of the kids. I get eggs in bed and breakfast in bed and all this stuff, right? But she's still out here playing the game, right? Do you understand or overstand that as a young lady? You know what I mean? Like, do any of the young ladies that are listening, and I always call y'all young because y'all look so amazing, right? But
Don't butter us up.
no. It's
I'm
no, this
joking.
is God
I'm joking.
honesty,
I'm
right?
joking. I'm joking.
So
I'm joking.
so what is it about if a man was to make sure he maintained everything, you were bliss, like you could do whatever you felt like. You could travel with him, all this stuff, but he dibbles and dabbles outside of the relationship. I'm
If
listening.
it's not honest, it's still going to hurt. If you're going to do that, even and it's fair to have an understanding. Have an
No,
understanding. Listen.
okay.
No, I'm not saying that I'm just saying, listen, I'm trying, and not everybody does that. Some people get to a point, and women do it too. Women do it too. Dibble and dabble and have more than enough, but not but. And men know it or don't know it, but I think it's only right to say. It's only right to say. Tell them this is what you want. If they can't deal with it, then they can go. You can go do what you're gonna do. But I don't
Oh,
know. I don't think we could handle that. I mean, I think we could, but I don't think a majority of us could.
okay.
Yeah.
So for Nick, it's basically just all I'm asking is in reversing roles. We trading places right now, right? Because a lot of these things you hear Neo confessing, right? Excuse me. But you never really
Yeah.
hear a lot of women confessing what they did wrong or could they deal with that, or all you only hear is women bragging about what they've dealt with.
Or women bragging to other women what they do. It's never out in the open. It never comes out unless somebody snitch or they get caught.
Correct. But I want the woman's perspective on that. Like, okay, so what's the only definitive factor, right? And most men financially, if they have a strong financial portfolio or assets, they are usually capable of being openly and openly honest with women. That's why I say I think money is just the only defining factor between regular relationships and the things that we go through as impoverished people or people on the verge of success, as I should eloquently put. But I think that money is the only definitive factor for women to be able to deal with a man being honest and open, because they're still going to get paid. They still have a security blanket. They know what he's capable of.
Well, I agree because the biggest thing for women is security.
Mm.
And though a lot of people use that to their advantage because they just really look for money, that is a big part of who we are. We are designed to be protected and secure. And like you said, with money, you're like, okay, well, I got somewhere to stay. But for those of us who don't give a fuck about your pockets, let me tell you something. You better tell me the fucking truth, or it's gonna be a problem. Tell me the fucking truth. If I cry, oh well, you gonna see me cry. But if I'm crying, I'm either mad or hurt or both, and it's gonna be a problem. I just rather know.
Okay. Shout out to you. You letting all.
No,
Ah.
but I'm serious though. I'm just one of those people, and it's not like it's not like I've never been approached by people with money. I have. You can't buy me. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody called me. It's not that I haven't been approached by men with money. I have. But the thing is, you cannot buy me. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care about your pockets. I was not raised to chase a man's pockets. I wasn't raised on that. So if it's something I want, I'm going to go get.
So let
So
me ask you this. So I gotta keep that thought. Hold that thought really quickly. So what are women taught to chase if it's not the pockets?
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I said I wasn't, but we we are taught that men are supposed to take care of you. They supposed to make sure he got a job, supposed to make sure he can pay your bills and all this other stuff. And you can work. You need to be okay. This is what it is. We're taught independence, right? We're
Mhm.
taught to be independent, but we're also taught that a man's supposed to take care of you, which is such a backwards ass thing. But
My
that's
ears
it.
started itching. What the
What?
fuck does that mean? That's an oxymoron within itself, right?
And so, that's what we're taught. But from how I was raised and the things I had to do and the way my dad was set up, that was not the case. He was like, "You gonna get your ass out here and work, and you gonna know that you got to be responsible. You got to pay bills. Sorry, y'all, I don't know this. And you can't expect nobody to just take care of you. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't expect nobody else to take care of you."
Mm. Mm.
And that's like what I was taught.
Gotcha.
My mother taught me about love. So it was the love from my mom. My mom would work, but she was mainly home with us. My dad taught me the other side of things. Hey, you got to make sure you can take care of you. You got to make sure your bills paid. You got to make sure this. You got to make sure that. Because ain't nobody going to feed you if you can't feed yourself.
Mm.
So for me, a man and his money is a man and his money. If he wants to give it to me, fine. If you don't want to give it to me, fine. But I'd rather know you. I'd rather know who you are. And everything else is a bonus.
Got you. I just want to know, are there any people out here that have lived in that bliss of ignorance?
Yes.
I think I wonder if we all are guilty of that.
I believe we are. I'm pretty sure we are. And some people live in it and leave the relationship and still live in it, not thinking, not knowing those things occurred, whether it's male or female that's doing it,
Mhm.
And it's just other things is why they broke up. I mean, we all live in a state of ignorance sometimes,
Mhm.
not just sexual ignorance. Just sometimes we just have that beautiful space of not knowing.
Mm.
You know,
I wonder how much or the percentage of the involvement of sex plays in the ignorant bliss.
that's a
Because
good
nowadays we
question.
are very, we got to admit, I think that all of us as adults can say that we are very hyposexual. Hypersexual. Excuse me. Hypo would be, I need Cialis
Not
now.
really.
So I'm snoring that shit right now. I need my Cialis crunched up. I need a razor blade
Look, take it like the damn BC, put it in your mouth with the damn soda.
and a sex doll.
Now this,
And I can only imagine like a person that would think like that would love Diet Coke. It's something about Diet Coke that is so
Ew.
egregious. Yeah, it's just, don't it make you want Earl thinking about the aftertaste?
Yes. Ugh.
Hey, listen. So, hey, look, we're gonna stay on topic, but real quick, funny thought. How many fucking people here remember back in the 80s and like the early 90s when your parents was into this Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke fad?
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Oh, you remember the Crystal Pepsi?
Ugh.
All
All of it
was
sucked.
like, yeah, it was crazy because the only reason why I had got it one time is because it was clear and I had to taste. So I was like, oh, what is this? But yeah, it was cool to see clear soda, which they make all the time.
Yeah, for sure. So another thing that caught me off guard, well, not caught me off guard, but it reminded me of me when Neo said this. He said that he wanted her, and shout out to Zena. What's up, Zena? He also said that he was pushing her away. He wanted her
Yeah.
to leave him alone, right?
You know why?
I'm listening.
Because he felt guilty for the things he was doing, and he said he felt as if he wasn't good enough for her, that she didn't deserve, he didn't deserve her, and he was basically giving her a way out. And she told him, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, please finish. Excuse me.
And she told him, she got the letter because he actually wrote her a letter, and she read it, and she bought him through it and told him, "No, you're not getting off that easy. This is a cop out. We can make this shit work. It's okay."
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I think that, and I can honestly say this. I can truthfully say this. Me and most of my good men that I know that have made their mistakes and everything, they just really they push away. I think that is a male pattern because
Y'all self-sabotage.
no, I can't say
Yes, y'all do,
self-sabotage.
though. Y'all do.
No, that's I
You
don't
don't
think
think
that's
so?
the actual verbiage that you want to use in this situation. That's not self-sabotage. So we're thinking
So do
about,
you think that pushing somebody who's good for you away
but he
because
pushed
you
her
feel
away. He pushed her away, feeling guilty about cheating on her.
right?
So how do you like? That's not the same
Sabotage. Okay,
thing.
so
That's
but
not
did she
self-sabotage.
come? That is kind of a form of sabotaging.
You can't even say it 3 times fast. Say it 3 times fast.
I'm not because I already have a list. Don't start the shit with me tonight, damn it.
Oh my God, it's gonna be spit all over your camera.
You a butthole. No, but
But go ahead.
because if she didn't say I want to end the relationship, or if he didn't say, if it's a woman, that I want to end the relationship, and you just start doing things to push this person away because of your guilt, or you start doing things to back away because of how you feel, that is a form of sabotage. She didn't say she
In what
wanted to do
way? But in what way? Okay,
because
so
you're trying to destroy or stop or end something that you have because it's too good for you, feel it's too good for you because of what you're doing, instead of just stopping what you're doing.
okay,
That's
okay.
just like when good things are coming your way. I'm gonna say for me,
Okay.
because I used to have a fear of success, and I didn't realize that's what it was. But every time something great's get ready to happen, I would get the shakes, and something would come over me where it's just overwhelming, and I get the cry because I was scared, and I'm like, what the fuck? So instead of me being excited, I would like run the opposite direction. I would start doing things like me and my weight. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I go exercise, I eat right, I do all this stuff, and I start losing weight. As soon as I start getting attention, as far as me losing weight, that does something to me and causes me to eat.
Okay.
I'm sabotaging the good things or the great things that are happening because of my fear. I don't know where it came from, but this is a form of sabotage. He
Wow.
was running from her, or because of how guilty he felt he didn't deserve her, though she never said anything to him about that. And he tried to push her away. It's a form of self-sabotage.
I got it. Well, I think that that's part of like just being a human. I mean, let's think about this. You have children. I have children. Most of the people here have had a kid, seen them grow up and everything. I believe that parents are the biggest liars amongst people, period.
Yeah.
And we do it because that is a vulnerable spirit. Right? The only difference between kids, hey Candy, the only difference between kids and and adult human beings is that we start fearing. No, hold up. We stop fearing the consequences of breaking a person's spirit. Just think about that. Nobody here has ever told their kid that they are going to be a failure, or you can already see that they are bumping their heads up against a fucking wall, eating lead-filled paint chips and shit, and you don't know that they're going to be a serial killer. I need, like, your kid is the next Jeffrey fucking Dahmer, okay? The motherfucker been eating raw meat since he was 1, okay? But
oh my God,
we tend to be spurring, and we understand the spirit and how it can be broken through words and verbiage, through our kids, and then all of a sudden we get around grown ass people that can do us harm or can hurt us, and then all of a sudden we stop doing the good lies.
Yeah.
Is there certain levels to lying? Should you say everything that comes to your mind about a person that you love and know?
No, I don't think so. Or at least think about it before you do. I don't think you should lie. And I really, really try not to. Like, I'm really big on being honest. I think you should really either check and see if this person is ready for that honesty. If you can deliver it in a way, because not everybody is ready to hear your honesty.
That has been the worst medicine I've ever delivered in my life.
No, I mean, like, you know, some people are brutally honest, and honestly, and being brutally honest is really assholish, because you don't have to be brutally honest. You can be honest without trying to take somebody's neck off.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's go into detail about that. That's the one thing that I know I am terrible at. Okay? I think most men are pretty terrible at it until they have a daughter, or, you know, and then they start getting it. You know what I mean? But even then, it's still just this we got a special guest. We got Uncle George in the house.
I'm telling you. Close them eyes. Jorge, do you have something to say?
When do we start looking at people as if we don't want to break their spirits, and we let them live in that ignorant bliss like we do children?
Oh gosh, I think probably after trying, because you have to care about a person to want to see them do better. So I think after trying to help them see, or realizing that they're not ready, you have to gotta let them figure it out. And you know, that's something I've been working on and getting fussed about. Allowing people to learn on their own, because I understand the consequences of certain things, and I'd rather them not deal with that. But because people don't like to listen, they just go down that lane backwards with their eyes closed and the lights.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I did want to say something. I was feeling switching phones.
Let's go.
And getting it in. So, me personally, and if everybody that don't know, it's the producer that crashed the show. It's me, Mr. Taylor Made. But I really believe that in any relationship, whether it's a friendship, family, you feel me, or your spouse, you know what I'm saying? You're always supposed to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about your delivery. You know, like, I agree with you, Phoenix. When you come and you speak how you feel to a point where you're tearing down the person you're speaking to, it's kind of like, what's your intentions? You know what I'm saying? And it fucks up a whole situation. But of course, honesty is always the best policy, because you know where a person stands and you know exactly how they see things. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take.
That's dope.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Jorge.
Yeah, Uncle Jorge from Virginia. Barria tacos. Like, no, I'm fucking with you. But
hey,
no,
look,
that's.
I'm going back to the back. Y'all have
No. You good, bro. Like, you can mute, but yeah, stay right there. That we gotta figure out what is brutal about honesty first, because that's. And that was the scary part about what bro said, was that what Uncle George or Jorge said is that that it's your delivery of the medicine. So we only do that with children, as I said before. When you go to a doctor, a pediatrician, they distract them and then they poke them with a needle. They do all this. They're lying the whole time. It's a magician trick, right? But the kid ends up happy in the end, right? So how do you deliver the medicine to a person that you love and know, even though it's gonna hurt regardless?
You
You
have
can't
to care
soften the
enough
blow.
about. Sometimes you can't soften the blow, but sometimes you got to be like, it's not about you; it's about the other person. Take your feelings out of it and just tell them without belittling it, without judgment.
Mhm. Okay,
The biggest
Uncle
part
Jorge.
about honesty, the biggest part about it is that it's all about your intentions. You feel me? Like what's
Yeah.
making you be so honest? You feel me? Because sometimes people will use the honesty in a moment to hurt somebody to gain power. You feel me? Instead of
Ah,
using honesty to gain understanding and build and grow.
okay. So you said
That is
something.
true. That is
No,
true.
no, 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 no. Because okay, let's think about this. Everybody is begging for this. This is a drug. Everybody wants this new thing, this new form of honesty where it's brutal, but the medicine is delivered properly, and your ass doesn't itch, and you don't have you don't have chemical reactions and shit, right? So it's like a
Everybody want
fucking drug
penicillin.
commercial. Yeah, but bro, and Phoenix, there's no way to deliver honesty with clarity.
Yes, there is.
Yes, it is. All right, so
No.
and it put like this. There's a difference if you and I are sitting down having a open conversation. You feel me? And you have to speak a hard truth about how you feel about me or a situation. Let's say we having a brother to brother talk. You feel me? And I'm slipping. I'm slipping on my game. You feel me? You're gonna sit me down and tell me the truth. You feel me? With the delivery of, bro, I'm not telling you this to hurt you, but I'm telling you this because I want to make you better. Versus we get in the argument and then all of a sudden you just start speaking what's really on your mind. You feel me? In the heat of the moment. You feel me? Nick said right intentions does matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was going with it. It's all about when and how you deliver. Uncle Jorge.
Uncle Jorge. Shouts out to Uncle Jorge.
But that is true. That is true. And you can have clarity in the truth. A lot of people need the truth for that light bulb to come on, but it is again how you tell it. You don't have to be nasty.
Okay. So so that goes back to my point, right? So basically, as adults to one another, we've gone through emotional traumas. We've gone through hell and high waters with being soft. And every adult here understands what I'm saying. Being called soft, not delivering the medicine in the harshest way, right? Not pushing away the vultures, not to turn people that are willing to pick off your carcass while it's wounded. So at this point, truth and honesty may not be delivered the best way, right? Like maybe I'm spinning a block again, right? I wish I had that sound effect.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
I think I get what you're saying. When there's somebody that just is there to take from you, or you just have to let them go or something like that, I think I know where you're going.
But what if you're happy? What if you're happy? Is it your friend's duty to actually stop that? We spinning. We going right back to the premise of this.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Now, as women, we always say, our biggest thing is we're gonna tell if we see him with X, Y, and Z. But then again, we also need to understand that will we be okay if somebody come to us? How we feel? Like you said, that would tear somebody's happiness down, and it can make them angry with you as well. So that's a great question. Do we have a place in breaking stealing somebody's happiness? Is it a selfish reason as to why we're so pressed to go snitch? Like, that's interesting.
Uncle Jorge.
What was the question again? I was pondering in my thoughts. The gears is turning.
It's all good, man.
No, what was the question? I was building up to it, but you know, so you said is it a easy way to deliver the truth and honesty, or that's what pretty much, right?
Yeah, we can go
I
there.
mean,
Let's go. So and it leads back to the ignorance is bliss. Yeah.
well, all
I'm
right. So,
listening.
regardless of what anybody says, the fact remains is the truth hurts. You feel me? You could somebody can tell you the truth, and it'll hurt your feelings. You feel me? But it spins the block once again. It'll hurt your feelings, but it'll wake you up because it was told to you with the right intentions. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so, in a way, in certain situations, yeah, the truth is softened. You feel me? But
Sure.
regardless of what happens, the truth hurts.
Well, let me ask you fellas a question. Would you want to know? Would you want to know if your lady was out fooling around on you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Why
Would
wouldn't I?
you prefer a friend catch her and tell you, or how? I mean, like, because it depends on who delivers it too.
Nah.
Would you believe it?
If it's my people's, first of all, if you my people, you my people. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you don't side with her. You dig what I'm saying? You side with me because you my people. You dig what I'm saying? And if you see her in the wrong, you feel me? Why not? You dig what I'm saying? But you got to be able to show me that it's real. You dig what I'm saying? We in the age of camera phones. You dig what I'm saying? Or if you can tell me a location, you dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But why not? Why not?
Now, I while you were talking, bro, I had to take the perspective of the old guys that I see that pay for companionship, and I have to go there with that because in their late 60s and their 70s, and they haven't been married and they haven't been in love or whatever, right? They will literally, which we call tricking, will pay for the GFE girlfriend experience. They will take care of a younger woman that they know who is in their prime and is probably promiscuous. Take care of babies that aren't theirs. They don't want to know and they don't care at that age. They on their way
In a
out.
way, they do know, though.
I mean, they already assume. And they, yeah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, ain't no young girl just gonna be messing with no 65-year-old man. You know what I mean? Because they love him. But
Right.
that's ignorance. That's bliss for them before they meet God or whatever the hell happens after this. You know what I mean? But they do it. And I've heard that consecutively over the years of growing up around older guys, So is ignorant true bliss? And let's go around the room. Is ignorant true bliss for everybody? All right.
I don't know. I don't know, because like you said, you're gonna feel something. It's gonna be something that,
Damn.
like, it's always something.
Damn.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Look, I'm
Hey,
gonna
look.
tell you
Like,
something.
I don't, is ignorance true bliss? No. It can be, but no, because you're always gonna feel something. It's gonna be something nagging or pulling on you. No.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Phoenix is dead on. You dig what I'm saying? You always feel the frequencies. Always. I can't. Hey, that's all I gotta say. I just wanted to put the icing on top of what she just said. Goddamn.
What's that song? What you
Let's
say?
go.
He said, "I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, cause my heart can't take it anymore. If you're, what do you say? If you're playing me, please don't let it show." That's, men are usually like that. Y'all don't want to know that your woman is fucking somebody else. You just don't want to know that.
And that's the problem.
Is
That's
that the only thing we're worried about when
Nah,
it
bro.
comes to I don't want to know? Is that the pinnacle? Let's set the bar, right? So
No, that's not the pinnacle. But do you really
Okay.
want to think of another man fucking your woman?
Man,
Is that
look,
but is that the only
that-
motivation for men? I'm just asking.
Oh no,
I'm asking Uncle Jorge.
No.
I look. I feel like this on that statement right there. I feel that's lame. You dig what I'm saying? Like, no, don't. Don't keep it from me to spare my feelings. Nah, I'm asking loyalty.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. What the fuck did y'all do? How long? What? She did what? Did she teach me? You know, it's just it's different things. Like,
And then look,
where I am now, because of the things that I experienced, I just would rather know, and it would be a whole different outlook for me because of what I've experienced, and even what I've done. You know what I'm saying? It's just where I am now. I'm so realistic, and I understand now that I just rather you tell me, let's have this conversation, because maybe it's not about sex, maybe it's something else. You know, it's just I just would rather know.
Uncle Jorge.
either you tell me or the truth comes out eventually.
So what we've come to, and yeah, we came to it, is that ignorance is not true bliss,
No,
but torture and honesty and truth is the greatest hell that you can ever go through.
it's freedom and truth. Why not be honest? You lie to yourself if you lie to somebody else. Might as well just be honest.
I haven't heard anybody talk about the emotional or the physical consequences that come with telling the truth.
Oh, you hear me earlier talking about the gut wrenching feelings? It hurts. It hurts. The truth fucking hurts, especially when it's truth about yourself that you don't realize. Now, that's another truth that hurts. If it's a truth about you that you don't know, because there are parts of ourselves that are unknown, or there are parts of us that other people know about us and we don't know. When someone puts that mirror in front of you and you see it, that shit hurts, because you're like, damn, I didn't know that, or I didn't realize that. And so it hurts. So it's not always in a relationship or sexual or betrayal in that way. It could be truth about you. It could be truth about a family member. It could be truth, period. It hurts. It causes you to second guess yourself in all of those aspects. Second guess yourself. You question yourself. You just it's like grief. You know, it's terrible. But I'd rather experience those things now than to find out later that I've been living a lie and that everybody saw me live this lie and didn't say anything to me.
I wonder if that's why computers were invented. Virtual reality. Shit like that. So that we can live lives every day. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fancy world. Fancy world. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Today, a part of me felt like the Chester Cat in Alice in Wonderland. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I really just wanted to just do something, and I don't know what it is. It's just I just want to be petty. I just want to be petty.
You just felt like being petty.
Yeah, it's because of some stuff that my ex did, and I just really felt like, you know what, I should just ruin you. I should just ruin you. Then I said, no, I'm not. It's not worth it. One, because that's not me. Two, because I don't live that way, and I'm dealing with myself, trying to heal. And how in the world does it look me doing something to traumatize or expose their lie, his lie? That don't make me look bad exposing him. It makes me look ridiculous exposing him. So I left it alone, and I feel okay. But I haven't felt like that before. I've never felt like just wanting to do something like that, and that was weird. So I'm glad I dealt with that. But yeah.
Wow. Shout outs to you.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I had really had to fight it because this is something we've been divorced over 3 years, right? And I have been like, it's just been stuff that he's a petty person. He does stuff to me all the time, but I just don't think that I just leave it alone because this is things he has to deal with, blah blah blah. He's ignorant, so I just leave it alone. But today was the first day out of all the nonsense that he has put me through that I've actually wanted to do something back to him. And I had to fight it severely. And the only thing I can chalk that up to is the fact that I got to get ready to come home. Because when I get ready to come home, I'll be ready for war.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Her period is shooting bullets.
But I'm like, girl, what is wrong
Between the
with
baby
you?
fever and the goddamn period.
All the hormones. And I'm like, all right, go get in the corner. Go get in the corner, get yourself straight, because that ain't right. But yeah, this stuff like, and I'm being honest, this is an honest moment because I've never felt that way. Never. And I could have, like, if I had actually put the truth out there, his
Hey,
world
Uncle
would
Jorge.
yeah.
Gonna have to mute.
Oh my bad.
Are you eating what they call chicken what they call pig said the pork rinds?
That man up there,
No.
Uncle Jorge.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
had to be honest and transparent today because I was like, what the hell? That was weird. But anyway, truth hurts.
Yeah.
And
Just say you
it's
choosing violence.
I didn't choose violence. I chose not to allow that feeling to flourish because it was there. It was there. I just said no.
Mm.
Yes, I did not choose violence. I chose peace.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now you know what it feels like to be a man every day with balls.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I don't have
Don't
balls.
nobody feel sorry for your little anger mama. All these women gonna do is
It
identify.
wasn't for anybody to feel sorry. I was just being honest.
I don't care about your little anger moments. We seen y'all little think that y'all gonna do whatever and all blah 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 blah. Only thing that y'all do is catch that ankle bracelet and y'all get out on probation before we get locked up. But goddamn.
No, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Louisa that you don't know. Okay, the side of me that you have met is a perfect side for you to meet because that young Louisa could have went to jail.
Man, look.
And the reason why I have yet to go to jail is because I became a mom very early, and I put those ways behind me because I don't want nobody to take care of my children.
Yo, that's a whole nother subject of people without children. That's a whole nother subject. Because these they live life on the edge. They ain't got nothing to come home to. They don't got no mirror to look at other than themselves, and they in denial like shit. That's the reason why we got so much bullshit happening out here. Everybody throwing their life away. But shout outs to my daughter for settling my dumb ass down. Shout outs to Louisa kids for selling her ass down.
I was already settled down.
Shout outs to Uncle Jorge for selling all the children down.
I do have a bad temper. I'm gonna tell you right now, I done been in the hospital and I don't need to go back there. So
Yeah. So that's another subject that we'll be talking about next week. And y'all
2
can
weeks.
get y'all guns loaded. Oh yeah, 2 weeks.
What will be the topic, the title, so I can
Oh man. We're gonna talk about that because we go through a lot in dating. We go through a lot in the dating pool, the gene pool, everything. I'm actually going to give the ladies a homework assignment so that y'all can come at me or refute me. But is there a certain age that men and women should have kids or bear children? And it's going to go into the emotional aspect of that too.
Okay.
So no worries. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a dope talk. I gotta make sure I write that down because both of us gonna forget.
So it's all good, man. Love y'all. And of course, I'm your man, G.I. Mo, aka non-GMO. And naturally, you can hear me bussing. Yep. A ski.
Oh my
all
God,
that.
to the window, to the wall.
It's hot. It's hot outside. I just be wanting to I want to lay around with my balls out. See, y'all can lay around with the titties out. I can't lay around my balls out.
As long as you can lay around where you want to, it's your house. Walk around.
What if I keep the Okay, so let me ask you this before we leave. I don't know why I just got off subject. Well, can I keep my dick in and the balls out and it's okay? Is that legitimate?
You can do what you want to do.
Why do people freak out about balls, but everybody loves a titty? It's the weirdest shit.
No, I think if you walk around with your balls out, they will get touched a lot because women like to touch. We're like cats. We just like to touch balls.
Women randomly just want to grab balls.
We like balls.
Next business coming.
We like balls. We're like cats.
Ball.
You like to touch things. You like to jiggle things. Jiggle jangle.
Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. Oh my God, they agreeing with you. Oh my God. Hey, yeah.
We like to touch balls. If y'all would let us, we would play with y'all balls all the time.
Hey, yeah, I'm dead, young. Hey, Nick, I'm dead, young. I'm dead. I'm dead, young. Like, y'all finally, I'm ready to walk the fuck up. Man, look, go ahead, close out, young. Come on. Go ahead.
I am the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. Every other Wednesday with the Mo. Can y'all hear me? And every Thursday with the No Filter Show with Star Quick Rock, aka Jorge, Mosif, and me.
Hey, yeah, I really don't want to end this podcast because they going in. I did not know that women like balls that much.
We do. We really like balls.
Holy shit.
Thank
Fellas,
you.
I'm going to tell you now, though. They don't like hairy balls, so you got to learn how to manscape.
We like balls.
You got to trim your chode.
We're plucking we had this conversation at the damn cookout. If y'all missed the cookout, y'all missed some good stuff, and we gonna have more stuff for y'all. You better get in on it because we ain't playing.
All right, y'all. It's been good. It is.
Both sides of the coin, baby.